Welcome to today's video, Isaiah 43 verse 3 explained. For I am the Lord thy God, the Holy One of Israel, thy Saviour. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. This line stands at the heart of a chapter that comforts the people of God in the middle of fear and exile. The Lord speaks as the covenant God who created, formed, and redeemed Israel. When he says, I am the Lord thy God, he reminds the people that their identity and security rest in him. The title, the Holy One of Israel, highlights his set-apart character and his faithful bond with Israel. He is not distant. He is near as their Savior, the one who rescues and preserves. The phrase, I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee, uses the language of exchange. A ransom is the price that secures release. The Lord declares that he has ordered the affairs of nations for the preservation of his chosen people. Egypt, Ethiopia, and Seba represent wealthy and powerful regions to the south. The message is not about the worth of those peoples being less. It is about the Lord valuing his people with a covenant love that moves history. He will let mighty nations fall and rise, but he will not let his people be lost. In the flow of the chapter, this statement anchors the call to fear not. Earlier, the Lord promises presence in waters and fires. The sense is this: whatever the trial, the Lord who claims his people by name remains with them. He does more than stand by. He acts to redeem. He proves this by pointing to past acts of deliverance and by pledging future gathering from east and west. The ransom image fits that pattern. The Lord pays the price and makes a way. For a believer, several truths shine here. First, the Lord grounds comfort in his own name and character. He does not say trust in your strength. He says trust in who I am. Second, salvation is personal and relational. Thy God and thy Savior speak to a bond where the Lord knows and keeps his people. Third, redemption is costly. The language of ransom tells us that deliverance involves real cost borne by the Lord for the good of his people. This verse also corrects fears shaped by what we see. Empires look unshakable. Circumstances look final. Yet the Lord directs the tides of history. He is able to trade the power of nations to secure the life of his people. That does not minimize the pain of exile or the heat of trial. It sets those realities inside the larger rule of the Lord who is holy and faithful. Bring this home in daily life. When you face deep waters, remember who the Lord is. When you feel the heat of fire, recall that he has already acted to redeem and that he pledges presence. Let the titles of God in this verse shape your prayers. Address him as the Holy One of Israel and as Savior, not as a distant force but as the Lord who claims you as his own in covenant love.